Hello, my name's Oliver and welcome to the Talking Tom and Friends IQ card game. Do you hate reading instructions? Well, not to worry, I've done all the hard work for you, so without further ado, let's get started. This game is ideal for people who are aged 5 years and above. Each game takes around 10 minutes to complete and the number of players is between 2 and 6. There are two versions of the game, one easy and one advanced. The purpose of this video is to show you how to play both games. But we will be starting with the easier version first, and we recommend that game for younger children. When you open the box, you have 5 character counters. You have one for Talking Tom and each of his 4 friends, and then you have a pack of cards here, 67 cards. There's 13 cards for each of the 5 characters, and you can see that they all have the character icon on there. And then you'll see that we have 2 Joker cards here, but we'll talk more about these Joker cards towards the end of the presentation. Okay, so you'll see that each card has 3 attributes. The first attribute is the character himself, so you can see that here's Talking Tom. And you can see that there is a green colour associated with Talking Tom, which corresponds to the counter colour for Talking Tom 2. The second key attribute is the power here, and which is represented by an icon. The more power icons you have, the more powerful the card. And then the third and last attribute is the card number, which you can see here in the corner. Okay, so the first thing you do is you get your cards in your hand, shuffle them really well. I've already shuffled these, so no need to worry. And then you deal 3 cards to each player who's playing. So we'll start by dealing 1, 2, 3. And then we need to put 3 cards in the middle by each character. So we'll turn these over. You see 1 here, I've got Tom, so I'm going to put that next to Tom. 2 here, put that card next to the respective character. And oh, I see that this is a Joker. So if you get a Joker, then what you need to do is you need to put it back inside the deck, reshuffle, and get another card to use instead. So we'll take the first card here, which is a blue one, so we'll put it next to the blue counter. Then when you've finished, just put the cards, the rest of the deck, face down, like so, in the middle of the counters. Okay, now let's get started. The first thing that you need to do is the first player picks up the first card and then takes a look at it, and the idea here is to put 1 card down next to the appropriate token. So we have a blue one here, we're going to put that down here next to this card. And then it goes around the circle clockwise, so the person to your left would go next. So the next person to pick up the card would also do the same thing, pick up a card, have a look and see that it's a purple here, so put it down next to the purple icon. Again, keep going around until you get an orange one here, put that next down to the icon. So now you're probably wondering, how is it that we actually get the cards? How is it that we actually win this game? The idea basically is when you pick up a card, you look to see how many power icons it has. If it has a high power icon, it can take a card which has a lower power icon, and then you can take the cards away. So you see here, it's a power icon of 1. We can see this card here also has a power icon of 1. That means we cannot take it, so we'll leave it there. Keep going all the way around. Another card picked up. It's another 1 here. Again, you can see that it's a 1, so we cannot take that card because it's not a higher power. So we'll leave that there. Keep going around. Got a third. Okay, now we have it. We have a card here with 2 power icons. So what that means is that we can take now any cards which are the same character but have lower power icons. So we can see there's only 1 power icon here, 1 power icon here. We have 2, so we can put this down and we can take these cards and put these to the side. It's very important that when you put the card down that you leave it there and that you leave it with any equal power iconed cards as well. Okay, so when you're picking up a card, you take a look and you can see you've got a choice of 4, but you must always have just 3 cards in your hand at all times. So you can select any one of these cards to put down next to its respective character token. So it's my turn again, and the game's come round to me, so I'll pick up another card. Oh, I can see it's a Joker. All right, so you can see in my hand now I have a Joker and I have 3 regular cards. With the Joker, it's an extremely important card. It's the most powerful card in the whole game of IQ. If you have this in your hand, you're doing extremely well for yourself. With this card, you can take any of the cards from any of the counters. So it's extremely powerful. Now you don't have to use it straight away. If you look around and you see, well, there's only 2 cards here, 1 card here, 2 here, that's not enough. If you want to wait a little bit later, you can. But I'm going to take the cards now, so I'm going to put the cards down with Tom's, because I can see Tom's got 2 here. So I'll put the Joker down. I'll take Tom's cards for myself, but I'll leave this Joker here, I have to, and I'll keep these cards here for myself. With the Joker, you can actually put cards on there as the game continues, so that's no problem at all. So when you continue the game, you pick up a card, you see there's another Joker, for example, here, but maybe I want to keep it this time and wait until these stacks have raised a little bit. In the meantime, I might want to get rid of this purple one, or this green one, or this orange one, but I'm going to just show you here. I can put this green card down for Tom on top of the Joker and carry on the game as per usual, so there's no problems there. Okay, so the first thing that you do when the game is ended is you'll notice that the deck in the middle will be completely empty. Then what you do is you get the cards that you've actually kept to the side in your stack, and you need to count how many cards you've got. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. 8 cards isn't great, so if one of the other competitors in the game has more than that, I will unfortunately have lost the game. But if we do have the same amount of cards, we have a tie, and so in that case, we just share the victory. All the rules are the same, exactly the same as the basic version, but there's 2 key differences. The first difference is that when you get a Joker card, you cannot put it down on Tom's counter. So if you get a Joker card here, you can see we have the Joker here, you must not put that down on Tom's card. You can put it anywhere else, but Tom's card has immunity. The second main difference is that all of Tom's cards have special powers. Tom's cards can be put down on any character token and can be used to take any of the cards. So basically, if I wanted to, I could put this Tom card down here, next to the blue card, or I could put it here, next to the orange card, or I could put it again next to Tom's card if I wanted to. The purpose of this is so that you can get as many different cards as possible with Tom's token. So that really does change the game. It makes Tom's card so much more powerful and a better card to have in your hand. In the easy version of the game, you would know that you were the winner if you had the most cards. But for the more advanced version, we're looking at these numbers which are in the corner of the cards here. You need to add these up, and once you reach 27, that is the crucial number. That's when the game stops. So if one of the competitors has reached 27, that's when you know that you need to start doing the scoring. So you can see here that we have the numbers in the corner, and I'm just going to just use an example. I'm just going to take a few of these cards. I'm going to assume that these are the cards that I've taken during the course of the game. I'm going to put them here. First thing that I do is count the number of points in the corner. So you can see that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which is 11, and 2, which is 13, 14, 15, and then 3, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I've got my 22 points in my stack here, but I need to work out what my total score is. So what you do is you take the 22 points here, and then you look in your hand and you total up the number of points there as well. So you can see I've got a 2 and a 1, which is a 3, and then I've got a 9, which is 12. Okay, so 22 minus 12 works out to be 10. So 10 would be my final score for this game. And if I have the most points out of all the people who are playing, I've won the game. If I haven't, I've lost the game. So it's pretty critical. Now the game does get quite interesting because there are all sorts of tactics which are at play. For example, is it better to keep these higher powered icons in your hand until later? Or is it better to start using them as soon as possible to get as many of these cards as you can? There's all sorts of tactics involved. What about the jokers? Is it better to use them first? Is it better to use them straight away? Or is it better to hold on to them for later until these stacks build up? After you've played this game for a little while, I think you will work out the best tactics to use. We'd be definitely interested to hear what sort of feedback you have. So if you have any comments, questions, or observations about how to play this game well, please put your comments in under the comment section, and we look forward to hearing from you.